Today we're going to be learning about positive space and negative space in art and creating our own negative and positive space art project with watercolours, paints and black card or black paper. Usually when we hear the words positive and negative, we think of things being good and negative being bad. When it comes to creating art, the words positive and negative have completely different meanings. The positive space in a drawing or a painting is usually the main subject of your artwork, like the illustration of the stool here. The negative space is the background or the space around the subject. Typically, our eyes are drawn to the positive space first in this well-known self-portrait by Frida Kahlo. Frida herself takes up the positive space, and the monkey cat foliage in the background fills the negative space, or the background. While we tend to focus on the main subject of our artwork, it is equally valuable to put some thought into what will fill up the negative space or background. Here's another example of a famous painting without the negative space filled in, and then with the negative space filled in. You can see the difference. Here's another simple illustration of positive and negative space. Do you see faces or do you see a vase? If you're seeing a vase, then you're seeing the white area as the positive space. If you're seeing faces, then you're seeing the black areas as the positive space and the white areas as the negative space. There are many talented artists who like to be creative with positive and negative space and create optical illusions. M.C. Escher is famous for his tessellation drawings, which have positive and negative space flowing into each other. Tang Yeo is a talented Malaysian artist who is known for playing with positive and negative space in his art. And here are a few modern day examples of art that incorporates positive and negative space. Let's think about how we're going to create our art today. You can choose which shape or design you'd like to create. First of all, take some black construction paper, and if you can fold it carefully in half, you can see a clear line down the middle. Then, I've cut the piece of paper in half so I'm able to create two different pieces of work today. Then, working on one careful edge with a sharp pencil, I've drawn one half of a heart. It's hard to see the pencil, but in the light you should see it shining. With the other piece of paper, I decided to think about my second design and thought I'd draw a dragonfly. I've drawn half of its body, again along the edge or the long edge of one piece of paper, and drawn a couple of wings and a curve or semicircle for its head. Then, taking care, and an adult can help you here, I'm going to cut along the line that I've drawn with my pencil. Now I've got everything I need to create my positive and negative space. It's hard to see here, so I'll put it onto a white piece of paper. Now you can clearly see the positive space and the negative space, the background and the main subject of our picture, which is the heart. Now to put things in place, I've got a glue stick, and carefully I'm going to glue around my black background and glue it in place, and carefully lining up the other half of my picture, I'm going to glue that down as well. Now it's all ready to colour in and paint. So with my watercolours, some clean water, I'm going to, like our Salvador Dali picture, create a water wash, putting plenty of water on our brush and brushing just over the white paper. It'll look like it's starting to get a bit wet and soggy, and that's fine. Once it's all covered, we need to decide what colours we're going to need. Wetting the brush again, I'm going to wash over the entire area and it's staining the page. If there's lots of water on, the colour will spread out, and that's the effect you're going for. Once you've coloured the entire background, or negative space, on one side, on the other side, a positive space, you can think about adding another colour. Again, if you need to add more water, just wet your brush and brush over the area. The wetter your paper, the more your colours will start to run into each other. Take care not to go crazy with your water. You don't want a really soggy mess. I wouldn't use more than 3 colours. It's easier, or it looks more effective if it's kept simple. If you've got a bit of extra colour or extra water, you can dab with a piece of kitchen towel just to take the extra water off and leave it to dry. While it's drying, why not use your other half of the black paper and create another design? I did a dragonfly, but how about a butterfly or another shape?